Hello everyone, test. For those who are on Google Meet, you can use the meeting tools Q&A to post questions. Hello Charles. And for those who are on YouTube, you can use the usual chat. Okay, welcome everyone. This is our first live stream on 2026. And today we are going to review how you can use markers to create signals. But let me do a brief review. Markers is a tool for NinjaTrader. Okay? And with markers, you can create and automate signals. But this is not the only thing that you can do. You can, for example, detect signals from your custom indicator. It can detect almost any signal from almost all indicators. But you can also read indicator values, like all the plots from your lines from your indicators. For example, an EMA has only one line, but for example, a Bollinger has 3 lines. You can read any of those lines and then do something like calculate distances, slopes, math calculations. You can use it as a filter. You can group signals. This is more advanced and I have some videos about that. But what we are going to review today is create signals. Okay, create signals. So we are going to read an indicator and create signals. And also, we are going to try to filter those signals. So let's go back to my chart. And my choose for today, my selection for today is the parabolic SAR indicator. The parabolic SAR is an indicator that has only one line. It is included with NinjaTrader. This one, parabolic SAR. And you can see it has only one line, 3 parameters, okay? Only one line. And you get something like this with one line that sometimes is below the market, sometimes is above the market. So the idea will be, okay, I want to enter short when the lower line breaks, and then enter long when the other breaks, and so on. How can I do that? Well, first of all, we need to copy the line all the lines that we are going to use. In this example, it is only one line, so we only need one line to copy. Let me show you what is markers. Markers is inside the folder, the indicator store, and there are several versions. Today we are going to review a very simple trade setup. You can use any version of marker, marker plus, marker pro, and also the betas that we are developing. But marker plus is not alone. Okay, we have more tools, as you can see. One of the tools is markers copy. With markers copy, we can copy the lines of any indicator. Let's say I want to copy on input series, we place the line that we want to copy. In this example, it is the parabolic SAR. It has only one line, because if the indicator has more lines, then here we have an option to select which of the lines we want to copy. But this indicator has only one line. Then we need to select the parameters. I am using the default. we can add a markers variable name. This is internal for markers. For example, SAR, parabolic SAR. You can use any name. Try to avoid spaces, okay? Classic variable names. And then what I copy is also going to be visible with, by default, these dots. We can click on apply and you can see that the dots are overlapping. We can make the dots bigger, or we can make them a line. You can choose your preferred option. The idea is that now that we have the line copied, we can remove the parabolic SAR because we already have a copy. Let's make this copied line not so strong like this. Okay? Now that we have the line copied, then we need to define, okay, where is the signal? Let's take a look at an example here. On this place, the line, the parabolic SAR, changes from being over the market to be below the market. Okay, so in other words, we have a crossover. We are crossing, the prices are crossing the parabolic SAR. If we look at the closes, if we showing all the closes, we can see that there is a crossover. Okay? That means we can use one of the many tools that includes markers. One of them is crossover, this one, where we can choose what to check against, which are the two lines that we want to check. One of the lines is the close, and the other line is the line that we just copied, the SAR, parabolic SAR. So we can place close versus SAR. This is a name that is the result of the distance between this and this. And the threshold on this example, we are not going to discuss about this. Let's use 0. And then we select the signals and click on OK. And now you can see each time there is a crossover, we have a signal. And as you can see, there are too many signals. Okay, when the market is going up, it will be nice to have a filter, for example, not taking those shorts or not taking those longs. And there is another method, okay? Let's take a look at the other method. Make a zoom. And for the other method, we can use another tool. The other tool is logic, markers logic. With marker logic, we write here the logic. It is a math expression, like for example, the close 0 is the current bar, is greater than the parabolic SAR on the current bar, and also on the previous bar, close 1 bar ago is less or equal. So we are crossing above the PSAR 1 bar ago. These two conditions are the logic for a crossover. When this is true, let's paint the background in color green. So now we have the long signals. And in the same way, let's paint this histogram in color green. Now we have all the long signals. In the same way, we can do the shorts. Copy, paste. And now we only need to invert the logic for the shorts. First of all, different color, for example, red. and here red. But the logic is different because now the close is crossing below the parabolic arc. So on the current bar, bar 0, the close is less than the parabolic arc on the current bar. And the close one bar ago was greater or equal. Okay, so now we have short signals. In other words, we have exactly the same than with crossover, but now we need two instructions. Which is the best part of this? That we can add more conditions. Like, for example, let's say we want to detect when the market is going up and when the market is going down. This shaded area is the day session. We can see that the market is going up, then the market is going down. We can use a slow line. We are only 1 minute, okay? For example, on 5 minutes, I use an HMA with a period of 100. That means that on 1 minute, that will be the equivalent to an HMA of 500, correct? Let's see how it looks. We can save time, and instead of placing the HMA, we can just place the copy of the HMA. So we use copy. Inside the input series, we place the HMA with a period of 500. Again, why 500? Because on 5 minutes I use 100. We are on 1 minute. The equivalent is 500. Okay. And for the name, we can use filter. And for the color, let's use a red solid line like this. Okay. So when the line is going up, I want to take only longs. When the line is going down, I want to take only shorts. Now, how can I do that? When the line is going up, the current value is greater than the previous value. When the line is going down, the current value is less than the previous value. So we can, if we want to watch the math of that logic, we can add a logic, but without painting any signal. This is optional. I want to show how you can do a math, for example, the filter, the HMA, on the current bar minus the filter 1 bar ago. And I want to show that result in a new panel like this. It is positive when the line is going up. It is negative when the line is going down. And you can make it even paint with the color of the sign, like this. So that's a good way to detect when we have an uptrend or a downtrend. So now we can use this same expression on the logic for the longs. Here, if I double click the long, then here on the logic, we can add that also, and filter now is greater than filter 1 bar ago. And for the shorts, and filter now is less than filter 1 bar ago. Okay, now I have only longs, and here only shorts. Maybe on the transitions here, when the line is almost horizontal, or maybe even in this area, this is the day session start. in this area, we can see that we have a short here because this line, the red line, maybe it is not visible, but if we do a zoom, it is going down. It is almost invisible. But we can see the magnitude of that slope here. And it is almost nothing. Okay, if you click the middle button, you can see for example, a good slope here is 0.7. This value here is 0.1. Let's say that we want 0.2. Okay, 0.2 is more or less, you can see here 0.2. So only longs when this distance is greater than 0.2, and only shorts when this is less than negative 0.2. So again, double click along, and I want the filter on the current bar greater than the filter one bar ago plus 0.2. And for the shorts, the filter now is less than the filter one bar ago minus 0.2. Okay, now what happens in this area? Those signals are gone. Okay, so we need a strong slope of my line. So we only get these longs and finally shorts at the end of the market. And by the way, this was just for testing. We can remove this histogram. We only need we need to copy the line, the parabolic arc. We need to copy the filter, and then we need a logic for the longs and a logic for the shorts. In total, 4 indicators. Copy the line, the parabolic arc. This can be down. Okay. So we copy the line, we copy the filter, then we create the logic for the shorts. Here, the copy for the logic for the longs and the logic for the shorts. Now, how can we automate those signals? We can do that. This logic also creates a fast signal. Go long, for example. We can define another name. And for the shorts, we create the fast signal, go short. Okay? And now we can add markers. There are several versions of markers. For this simple example, any one of them are useful. For example, marker plus. It looks in this way. And the newest one is the Pro Beta. That looks like this. It is, you can place it on any play, but for this example, we are going to use Marker Plus. And on Marker Plus, we select the account, the ATM. You can select the ATM from clicking the button here. Now I am going to show you. The most important are the signals. The signals are go long and go short, because those are the signals that we defined on logic. So we click on OK. And now it is almost ready, because we need an ATM and we need an account. So for this example, let's say we want to trade this day. And really, we have no idea how good or bad it is going to be, and also which are the good targets to use for this. Let's connect to playback. Okay, let's replay all this day. Then we need, so if we are connected to playback, so we select the account playback or whatever, your preferred account. Then you click on the account button. Now we select an ATM. The ATM is the target, the stop, the trailing, etc. Now, which is a good target for this chart? One way to do this is visually. We can draw with the ruler. Let's say we enter, I don't know, here, which is the minimum distance that we can trade, maybe here. This is 100 ticks. This is 70 ticks. 70 ticks. Look at this distance. This is 70 ticks. So we can use 70 and 140, 1 to 2. But we need to try. Let's go to 11:30:00 a.m. Okay? It is almost about to start. And let me choose an ATM with a minimum target. Let's say 70 versus 90. This is the minimum target that we can try. So now that we have the ATM selected here, we click here, enable the longs, enable the shorts, and set automatic mode. We click on play, and let's see what happens. I am going to click on pause when we have a trade like here. And what happens? We have a long, and it was a loser because the signal was at the close of the bar. We enter long here, but the following bar was not so big. It is a 1 minute bar, but the problem is my stop was here. So almost at the edge of the lower part of the bar. So it is not enough. But anyway, we can see what happens. This one was good.
Order filled. Target filled.
So anyway, it worked. In my opinion, the target is too small. You can see that we are not using all the options, entering here and exiting here, or this one is okay. Anyway, we can remove this limit. Let's go to the settings of markers. By default, the limits are 500 positive and also negative, but you can change that. And now, let's try again, but with a bigger target. Let's say maybe twice, 140. 150 versus 280. That's too much, no? Okay, we can try. Changing the ATM, clicking here, and going again to the start of the session. 11:30:00 a.m. a.m. Okay. Play again.
Order filled. Target filled.
The first trade was a winner.
Target filled.
Now that we are using a bigger stop.
Target filled. Order filled. Target filled.
The problem is when the market turns, currently we are going up, so it is perfect. The problem is when the market starts to go in the other direction. We are long, and then the market starts to go down. We had a big loser, but anyway, it is supporting. At any moment, it is going to
order
be
filled.
This one was a short. Okay, the market is closed, so we should be careful here. We are on playback, so it doesn't matter. But the problem is we don't want to be holding a position when the market closes. The market close at here. So what can we do? I want to close at maybe 550. Yes, 550. Before 6 p.m. So we go to the settings. With Marker Plus, we can also set the time to start 0, or we are starting at 11:30:00, and we want to stop at 17:45:00. This is 5:45 p.m. and we want to close if any position remains. Okay, we don't want to trade outside this time window, and also we want to close the positions here. Let's see how it looks. Okay, go again to 11:30:00 a.m.
Order
Okay,
canceled.
and see how it works.
Order filled. Target filled. Or target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled.
This is a place where
Stop filled.
maybe we need an auto
Order
break-even
filled.
or a trailing stop.
Target filled. Order filled. Order filled.
What happened here? We entered short and we closed the position at 5:45. Okay, maybe we can take another short early. Let me see if we can change the settings on the logic. You can see that there are several shorts and longs here. Maybe we can get this move. For that we need to use 0.15. This is something that we need to adjust. Yes, now we get an early short. And this time, let's try something different. Maybe a bigger target, bigger stop, but with a trailing. Let me see if I have something. This one. We have a stop of 250 because the trailing stop is 250 and a big target of 500. Okay, let's see how it works. Go to again to 11:30:00 a.m. Okay, play.
Order filled. Target filled. Or target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled.
Sorry, my mistake. Selecting the ATM here is not enough. We also need to click here. You can see that we are using the previous ATM. So clicking, no, selecting. Sorry. Let's click on play.
Target filled.
Okay, this is the ATM I want to select. I click here, go to 11:30:00 a.m. Okay, play. Now the target is bigger. That means
Order filled.
we are not always going to reach the target.
Stop. Order filled.
But the trailing is following. Using a trailing stop is easier.
Target. Order filled.
But the most important is see how it works on a reversal, where previously we had a loser. We are currently long. Okay, we are covered now because we have the stop
Order
over
filled.
the entry. And now we have a short.
Order filled.
And that's all. That's all for the day. You can see it is waiting start time. But the most important is what happened on the reversal, because you can see here we had a target, then we got an entry, and usually this should be a loser. But what happened? Here it reversed. So it was a partial winner reversed to short, which was also a winner. Okay, so testing and testing several times, we can reach the best configuration. Of course, you need to do a playback of not only one day, but several days. Testing different slopes, different thresholds. Also, maybe, no, that's okay. Closing here is the best solution because we don't want to be past this time. Maybe we can try another solution with a bigger target, let's say 350, but without trailing, okay? We click here, go to 11:30 a.m., click on play again.
Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled.
This is where the market starts going down. But there is no trailing, no auto break even.
Target filled.
Okay, we got the target. And there are no more trades. So we need to increase this just to see which are the real results, no? Let's make it even bigger.
Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled.
This was the last trade, the
Order
short,
filled.
and it was closed by time. Maybe if we wait, we get the target. Now, which is the best solution, using a trailing or not? You need to test. Okay. In my opinion, if you spend some time, usually you get better results not using trailing stop, but adjusting the targets to the best possible wavelength. Anyway, this is how we can easily create a trade setup trading a line that already exists on NinjaTrader, the parabolic SAR, with the default settings. This is just a parabolic SAR and just an HMA. Used one as a trigger, the other as a filter. I am going to share this template with all of you that are registered for this webinar. And also I have a special offer. Let me find the correct. We are going to share a special discount, but only for those of you who are registered, and this is not valid for YouTube. The YouTube link was because there was no more space on the Google Meet room. So that will be everything, at least for YouTube. And we are going to do more sessions like this, more with more complex trade setups. And for those who are on Google Meet, I am going to open